Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janina. Today I'm bringing you a book haul, and I think it's been a while actually. I think my last book haul was in summer or like sometime back then. I will show you around 10 books I bought in the past few months. Without further ado, let's just get started and I will show you the books that I got. So the first book I got was actually I think back in September, and that is actually a German book, which is kind of special because I never buy German books anymore. I only buy English books, except for when the book itself is by a German author. Then I buy the German version, obviously, because it's in my mother tongue. The first book that I got was Scottish Fairy Tales by Eric Ackerman, and this is just fairy tales about Scotland and like folklore and everything. I bought this with the idea of reading it before my trip to Scotland a few months back. I did not read it before because I didn't have any time to read it, but I'm still very much looking forward to this because I love fairy tales. I love like old folklore about like countries and cities and everything. And so I'm pretty sure I will like this as well, and I know that like Scottish and also Irish fairy tales are a little bit more on the gruesome dark side, so I think this will be pretty cool. And I'm quite sad that I didn't read it before my trip to Scotland, but I hope there will be some more trips to Scotland in the future, so I will have time to read this before then. The next book that I got was Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky. This is an adult science fiction book, I think about first contact with aliens. I think it's about like humanity going to a different planet and encountering aliens on that planet. And the only thing I know about this is that the aliens are sentient spiders. And Emily Fox like raves about this book, and she really loves this one, and I wanted to try it for myself because I wanted to try more adult science fiction, and I'm all about like weird monster like aliens and stuff, so I'm looking really forward to this. But it's a quite large book, but I will get through this. I hope it's going to be as great as Emily said it is, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. The next book is one of my most anticipated books in 2019, and that is Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater, and I was so happy when this came out because I waited for this so long. This is kind of like a continuation of her Raven Cycle series, and we follow Ronan Lynch, who is one of the main characters in her other series as well. And I already read this. I read this in a few days and I loved it so much, and I was so very happy that I did. I will talk more about this in my November wrap-up, so look out for that. Like I said, we follow Ronan Lynch, who is our main character, and his two brothers. Ronan is literally a dreamer who can dream things and bring it back to reality, and that's all I'm going to say about it. I think everyone who read the Raven Cycle will know all about this series. Highly recommend it. I loved it to pieces. I don't know how I'm supposed to wait 2 more years until the next one will come out. I'm not sure how I'm going to survive this because I love this so much, and I love Ronan a lot. He's my favorite character. This was beautiful. The writing was beautiful. Wonderful book. The next one was also a highly anticipated book, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I already read this as well. We follow Alex, who's our main character, and she kind of goes to the Yale University, which kind of has a secret organization that deals with magic, and Alex is kind of special because she can see ghosts and other people can't. So that's why the university takes her in, because she's kind of like because she has these special powers, and the university tries to use her for that. It's super weird. I still can't really give you a better summary than that, to be honest, but it deals heavily with magic, like dark magic. It deals with ghosts and kind of like this murder that happens to a girl that Alex is trying to solve. So yeah, it has like kind of a lot of genres in it because it has like magic and a little bit of crime, and yeah, it's kind of a little bit like a mixed bag in my opinion. Before you go into this, and if you're interested in this, please mind the trigger warnings. There's like a lot of like heavy content in this, so mind that before you start with this book. Since we're already talking about Leigh Bardugo, I got 2 books just for my collection, and that are the Six of Crows Collector's Edition with the sprayed edges and the hardcover in this red, beautiful version. And then I got Six of Crows in the collector's edition with the black sprayed edges. These are two of my favorite books of all time. I love this series so very much. These two books actually got me back into reading a few years back, so I'm having a very emotional connection to these books, so I thought, why not get these beautiful versions of these collector editions, and I'm really happy that I now have them in my collection next to the other Leigh Bardugo books that I have. The next three books that I have here are a whole series that I bought in like 3 days because I fell in love with it. And that is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, The Wicked King by Holly Black, and the last book, The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. So in this we follow Jude, who's our main character and who is a human that grows up in the fairy world. So she struggles with being immortal between all these fairy people who kind of bully her, and where she kind of learns that being immortal in the fairy world is very difficult. And then we have Cardan, who is our cruel prince, who bullies her the most, and they kind of get into this arrangement, I would say. And this is kind of what we follow in this, how Jude deals with the fact that she is not a fairy, and how she becomes more and more devious, and more intrigues happen at this fairy court and everything. I read this in like 2 days. I loved this so very much. I will also talk more about this in my November wrap up. I already read Wicked King as well, and I will probably read The Queen of Nothing very soon. I was not expecting to love this as much as I did, but thankfully I did. I love these so very much, and I'm so happy that I bought these in hardcover as well, because when you take off the dust jacket they look really lovely. It has this beautiful golden cover, which I was so surprised by when I took off the dust jacket. Yeah, I got these and I'm so happy that I did. And the last book that I got is Cria's War by Nina Varela, and I don't know much about this. I just know that this has a girl-on-girl romance in it, and that it's set in a fantasy world, I believe, and that like these two women are on different sides of a war and they have to fight, and this is enemies to lovers, I believe, as well. So it has all the good stuff and I'm really looking forward to this. So yeah, these are all the books that I got in the past 2 or 3 months. About some of these I will also talk in my November wrap up, because I read a lot of these already. So yeah, this is all I have for you today, and I hope you liked this video, and I hope you're all doing well when you're watching this, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!